Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between. Welcome to another episode of the Chaps Chat Cats, part of the Hoops Crew Media Network. My name is Jake, and I'm joined in the virtual studio on Thursday afternoon by the one and only Mr. Johnny Larkin. How are you, Johnny?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Lovely Thursday afternoon day we're having in the far northeast. So can't complain.
Absolutely. Are you enjoying the final day of Spooktober?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like any other day at the moment. Food shopping, bit of a clean up, getting ready for a little bit of Halloween festivities later on today, and then a bit of trick or treating later on. With
Don't let the
nieces and
audience know,
nephews.
John. There'll be people in the audience saying, that's an American holiday. You're not allowed or meant to do that. You're eroding the culture of
Exactly.
the country.
I'm sorry, but
Because we all
get started.
know the real cultural cornerstone, the thing that, really speaks to the Australian spirit, is the massive piss up coming in about, what is it, a week's time? Melbourne Cup. Can't wait to get
Yeah.
into that, of
Western.
course. Nothing says Australia more. Let's
Exactly.
let's jump
And
into the episode today
betting
before we
all
get
your money.
ourselves in any more. That's right. Before we get into any more trouble, we are going to chat Cats v Crows round 11 preview, the final home and away game, maybe the final game of the season for the Cats. We're going to discuss all of that. Then we're going to duck over to Patreon and deliver our weekly Patreon match prediction. So if you want that part of the show, make sure you head on over, start your 7-day free trial. We've been saying it all year. We've been saying it for nearly 2 years, I think. So give that one a whirl. Extended versions of these podcasts. You get extra episodes during the bulk of the season, VFL men's and women's coverage of the Cats, amongst other things. So go on over and check that out. And Johnny, we also want to say a massive thank you to our media network sponsor, Cyril Cook Florist. You can visit them, www.cyrilcookflorist.com.au. That's Cook spelled with an E. Give them a buzz on 035 222 2244, or if you would like to make use of a 20% in-store discount, then get on over to shop 1211 Leather Street in Breakwater. Tell them that the Hoops Crew sent you, and you will get a 20% off discount off your next in-store Cyril Cook purchase. So thanks very much. It's a good time of year to get some flowers in your life. So make sure you do it and support the people that support the Hoops Crew Media Network. Johnny, let's dive in. The Cats, we're looking to give ourselves a chance. That's what this game means. Obviously, a lot of things have to go right for Geelong to sneak in the back door of the finals. That's what's happened, I suppose. When you play the season that you play, where you leave yourself a bit open to needing results to go your way. But we get to push that first domino, and the Cats have to win. They're their first cab off the rank on Friday night. How are you feeling going into this game? What are your general vibes, your expectations, your hopes, your dreams? What would you like to see?
No. Obviously, hopes and dreams is a nice Cats win, but we don't need to win by a whole lot. We just need to win and hope some other fixtures go our way, results go our way, which is going to be tough because the teams above us don't play the strongest teams like we are playing this weekend. And I guess the good thing is we get it out of the way, done and dusted. So as soon as Friday night's done, we've done our job if we get the win. And then it's just that agonizing wait. But at least we know we've done everything we could to give ourselves this opportunity. So, yeah, I'm very confident that we can get this win. It's at home, so that helps. But it is against the Crows, who like who is it? We've never beaten. We've never beaten
I
like
don't
the
think we
Roos.
have. I can't remember ever beating the
No,
Crows.
never beaten them. I think we've played like 3 or 4 times. So it's a bit of history to me being made, a bit of revenge, as we say, against Adelaide. And it's not going to be an easy game. because they've also got reasons they need to win this game. They've got a top 4 that they need to lock away. So we can't just go in expecting a win straight off the cab like last week, expecting to win. We've got to go in there playing best football that we can play. And that's what the Cats have been doing the last couple of weeks. Because, a loss is done and dusted. We've got to win. So we just got to go out there, play our best football, which I know this team can. We've seen it the last couple of weeks. We started off a bit slow last week, but found that form, found that cohesion that we've been missing most of the year. So I think the Cats are definitely stepping in the right direction. It's just putting it on the park for 4 quarters yet again against a pretty tough opponent. So yes, I'm confident at home, but also very wary that Adelaide's just not going to lay down and go, yeah, you can have this win. They've got just as good a reasons to win as the Cats do.
Yeah, we've played the Crows 4 times, 0 wins, 4 losses. Those were back in 2019. We played them twice, once in the regular season. Crows beat us 66-37. Then in the finals that year, they beat us 73-7. 2020 was one of our closer games against them. We lost 49-38. And we came within 2 points of them the last time we played them, which was in 2022. The Crows winning 4-6-30 to Geelong's 4-4-28. So the results over the last few seasons have got closer when we've played them. I think we're in as good a position as any. Obviously, there's some players injured that you'd prefer to have out there, but that is what it is. And this team has been getting some really good results the last couple of weeks. That sort of gives us a chance, Johnny, to talk team selection. And while we don't have the final teams recording this at 1:51 p.m. on Thursday afternoon, kind of thought they would have dropped on Wednesday night for a Friday game, but not the case. We've got the Deakin AFLW health update. Zali Friswell is a test with an ankle. Still going to be missing Gabby Featherston and Darcy Maloney, each out for a week. Caitlin Thorne is out for a week. Bridie O'Rourke still out for a week. 1 to 2 weeks, Chloe Shear. But Johnny, the one that stood out to me, Julia Crockett-Grills out for the season with her ankle injury. How are you feeling going into this game without Julia Crockett-Grills, because she's been really exceptional, and Zali Friswell a potential test? Who would you be looking to, I suppose, to step up? Friswell's been one of our best, physical pressuring players. Crockett-Grills has been a really great attacking weapon this year, as much as a defensive weapon. What are your how do you feel about the loss of their impact and who might be up to cover them?
I would have said I would like to see Kate Kenny come back, but she's also done for the season. So it's just, it's going to be tough because, Julia Crockett-Grills brings that experience, that skill, the knowledge of the game as well. So even if Kate Kenny was available, it's not easy replaceable like for like. So it's a tough one because you'll keep Julia Crockett-Grills in if she was fit, but it's just not the way it's meant to be. So it's a tough one because you want to bring someone who's got very similar attributes to Julia Crockett-Grills, but there's not a whole lot in there that can bring what she brings. It's pretty tough to replace her with a like to like. And all the rest, it's because you could bring Caitlin Thorne in, but injury again.
Yeah, she's injured
I
as
feel like
well. Yeah.
I feel like the players that could replace her are injured or may not be just at that same skill level. So it's not might not be ideal to bring him in such a big, tough game. But
I wonder whether, I'd personally probably be looking at someone like Abby McDonald. Like, I think this
I
is
was
a
thinking
big
that as well. She's
opportunity the
got that little bit
last
of
few weeks.
experience.
Just being able to get into this side. I mean, I think that there's a few players on the edge of this Geelong list that have sort of been trying to win spots the last few seasons and haven't really been able to. I'm thinking of players like Abby McDonald. I'm thinking about players like Brooke Plummer. I know Gabby Featherston's injured, but she sort of fits into this category that they are players who, unfortunately, when given the opportunity, probably haven't quite latched onto it and they found themselves pushed back out. Like, these are crucial games for these players because, yes, you're playing for points, but you might also be playing for a spot on the list next season.
Mm,
Uh, so, yeah, I think there's a big opportunity for Abby McDonald
yeah, I was
to
going to
step
say,
in here. But
feels like an Abby McDonald opportunity to take. And if I will say if Zali Friswell's passes the test, then I'll just play her. I think she's one of those players that adds a lot more than someone else could coming in. So yeah, if Zali Friswell is fit to go, then I'll just play her. Even if it's not 100%, if she can still add and run and do the basics, I'll just add her in. Like, what do we got to lose? We either lose a game and we're out, and then she can recover over the off season, or we win and it gives her another week to try and get back to fitness and get over that injury, or other players will be ready to take spots in the team because there's a few that just need one more week. So yeah, I think if Friswell's ready to go, we just play her. Like she's
yeah,
experienced, she's tough, she knows how the team plays, she's gelled well with everyone. So yeah, I'll just play her straight away.
yeah, no, I agree. I agree 100%. Let's dive in then to what we want to see. I'll lead us off here, Johnny, because I've got a really clear one in my mind. And I'm making the assumption, of course, that she will play without having seen the team sheet. But with the amount of injuries, I don't know who would actually be coming in to replace her. So I'm pretty certain she's going to be in. I want to see Melissa Bragg convert these almost games into a breakout performance. Now, she doesn't need to be a main star of the team. She doesn't need to be one of the biggest performers. I'm just talking about comparing her to her, I suppose. And something that's struck me watching Mel Bragg this season, she had a great VFLW campaign. I thought she really took some strides with how she was playing her footy down back. And in the VFLW, she's able to play more as that intercepting defender. She hasn't got that clearly defined role yet in the AFLW side. It's hard when these players come in from VFLW where they've got a predetermined role that they've been playing well enough to get picked for the side, but then you come up and that role's not available. So you've got to try and learn something else to try and keep your spot. So something that's been noticeable, I think, with Bragg this year is the amount of almost moments she has where it's like, oh, if she just gathered that ball,
Mm,
she would have been out for a chance at goal. Oh, if she just had, stuck that mark,
same.
we would have been away. Or yeah, lots of moments like that. Oh, if she just sticks that tackle, then that'd be a great, stoppage of play that she's created. There's lots of little moments. And while those almost are frustrating at times, they're also kind of heartening in the sense that she's putting herself in the right position. She's not getting lost in play. She knows how to be where she needs to be, whether that's in an attacking
Mm,
sense or a defensive sense. But now it's like finishing your work, finish the play off, execute the piece of skill that you need to execute. Now that you've done the hard work to actually be in the right spot at the right time. So that's what I want to see. And it's not really a statistical thing. It's not like I'm saying I need to see her have 12, 13 touches and this many marks. It's when you're in those moments again, capitalize on them, lay the tackle, take the mark, pick the ball up cleanly, get a clean disposal to your teammate. Just execute whatever the skill is. That's what I want to see because I think Mel Bragg has a lot of talent.
yeah,
And I think the Cats like her too. Otherwise, they wouldn't have kept, playing her. So yeah, that's what I want to see. What about you, Johnny?
I'm going to go with something a little bit different. I want to see the Cats really give it to Ebony Marinoff. Like, she's one of the Crows' better players, the captain, and it just feels like other teams are just letting her do what she wants during games. And I'd like to see either Michaela Bowen or Zalifer as well, or someone like that, just play on her the entire game and just annoy her, just get in her face, and just constantly be at her, just be at that classic tag, and just not let her use the ball freely or use the ball the way she likes to. Just put her under constant pressure, just get her annoyed, get her off the game, get her pissed off, and just frustrate her. Because I've got a feeling if we can do that, then we can take away one of Crow's biggest weapons and best players. So that's what I like to see. Just Cats giving it to Ebony Marinoff whenever they can, just annoy her, get in her, those little rib punches players do, shoves in the back. Just, yeah, put her off her game
The
as much
dark
as possible.
arts.
The dark arts. And I think that's sometimes what you got to do in the football world in a must-win game. You got to go after the best players. And I've got no doubt Crows will try and do that to Prasparkas, Nina Morrison, and Amy McDonald. But that's a classic thing of the Cats. We've got those three players. As I don't know a lot about Adelaide, and they could be completely wrong. There could be other players that are better. If I like Evie Marinoff, if not better, but that's all I hear about from Adelaide is of Marinoff. So I feel like we can really give it to her, take her off her game. I feel like that will go a long way to the Cats securing a nice victory.
Yeah, no, I mean, teams are going to do it to our stars, Amy McDonald, Nina Morrison, Georgie Prasparkas, if they can find a way to put you off your game. No, absolutely. And I think we have some players to be able to do that, Johnny. All right, that is what we want to see. That is the preview pod. We're going to duck now over to Patreon. Thanks so much. That's our last, potentially our last. Well, it's definitely our last home and away.
Hopefully
Definitely
not.
our last AFLW home and away pod. Hopefully we get to do another finals one. But regardless, we'll be back on Monday night with a recap pod of this game. So we'll love to see you here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you are consuming this podcast. And until next time, go Cats!
Go Cats!